Thanks for watching. I'm Margot Kinberg, and this is In the Spotlight, a closer look at a crime novel. Some crime novels include a little bit of adventure that's woven through the story. It keeps the tension up, it keeps the suspense going, and it can be interesting too. Let's look at a novel like that today and turn the spotlight on Kim Hunt's The Quarry. Cal Nix is a New South Wales park ranger. As the story begins, she's taking some time off from her job to grieve after the death of her Aunt Zin. Cal grew up with Zin, who took her in and fostered her, and now she feels the loss deeply. In the meantime, we meet Cal's foster brother, Diff, a rough sleeper who does everything he can to avoid the police. One day, he sees a woman's body being dumped into a quarry. Diff wants to do something about it, but he's unwilling to attract any attention. So, he sends Cal a coded sort of message, something only she would understand. The message gets Cal's attention and she goes off to find Diff. It's not going to be easy though. For one thing, Diff is on the run and doesn't have a fixed address anyway. And he's in danger. For another, his messages to Cal are a bit like breadcrumbs, so she has to follow one to get to the next. As Cal goes along, she finds out what Diff saw and she takes an interest in the body in the quarry. Her investigation starts to attract the attention of some very dangerous people. So not only does she have to find Diff and uncover the truth about the body, but she also has to try to stay alive. Fortunately, Cal has some unusual friends in unusual places, and they don't always cling to the letter of the law. So, with their help and the help of her partner, Detective Liz Scobie, Cal finds out the truth. So what are the elements in this novel? What keeps it going? The novel takes place in rural New South Wales, and Hunt places the reader there. Cal traverses some dangerous places and does her share of sleeping in rough spots and unusual spots. It's beautiful country, but it's not always safe. There's a strong sense of the culture and language of that part of Australia, too. Cal's search for the truth leads her to several people who are on the fringes of society. There are rough sleepers, not exactly on the books mechanics, and some down-and-out people, among others. We see how these marginalized people live their lives as the novel goes on. We also see the community that Cal has formed with the various friends she's made. These people turn out to be far more reliable than going through the usual channels would be, and Cal depends on them. The story is told from a few people's viewpoints, mostly Cal's and Diff's, all in third person, past tense. Through Cal's perspective, we learn quite a bit about her. She's originally from New Zealand, but she got into juvenile trouble before she was taken in by Aunt Zin. She's smart and quick thinking, but not very trusting. She knows the land very well and uses that to her advantage. Although she's not a typical damaged protagonist, that doesn't mean she's perfect. She and Liz have a good bond, but she sometimes has difficulty getting emotionally close, and she makes mistakes, as we all do. But she's tough and has a sense of humor that's also a part of the story. The mystery of who the dead woman was is solved as the novel goes on. We also learn who killed her and why. The trail leads to some high places, and Cal gets herself in danger more than once. The Quarry is a mix of adventure and crime. It features a mysterious death, a distinctly Australian setting, and a determined protagonist who cares for the land and the people in her life. This has been In the Spotlight. I'm Margot Kinberg. Thanks for watching.